How does an individual in any media platform manage distinction between information, misinformation, and disinformation? If you will, fact versus fiction. Because on all those platforms, being everything for everybody to present it, there's a lot of opportunity to drop the ball on what's fact versus fiction.
You just hit on a hot button for me.
Sir.
I am of the belief that the difference between commentary and news should be identified. There is only one that I can think of. Now, maybe there's others and someone will tell you or I this, but there's only one talk program that identifies itself as being a conversation and not necessarily news, being opinion and not necessarily facts. And that's the Glenn Beck Show.
Mhm.
And he's way out there to the right. But the opening of every show acknowledges that it's a fusion of fact, opinions, and conversation. A lot of what is really opinion is presented as if it's news. A large part of the audience believes that if they see it on social media, then it must be true. Nothing could be further from the truth. And so I have worked in a world where we would discipline, even terminate a news anchor who at the top of the hour would offer opinion when we were supposed to be delivering news. But those lines are blurred. And I don't know how we get around that. While I would love the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, to lessen some restraints on legacy media, I'd like to see them bring some things back. I think um, you know, when we lost the equal time requirement, it changed a lot. It used to be if I had someone running for governor for one party on the air, I had to have all of the gubernatorial candidates on the air. That doesn't exist anymore. But the other part of it is legacy media is the only media that's governed. And so streaming, podcasting, cable television doesn't have the same requirements. That's why you might hear profanity on a over the cable networks news program that you just can't hear in other places. Now, I don't want to get into the morality of because I'm good with not hearing the profanity, but it's not a level playing field. And as a result, John, I just don't see how we can bring truth to the picture unless there are those platforms that are fully committed to pushing out fact-checked truth.